how do you trick your mind?
Feeling bored or annoyed by a task that you have to do. My brain hurts. What happens if I don't do that? Just stop doing what you're doing. I want to make this video on basically how to stop procrastinating. Editing is like hands down my least favorite thing to do. Period. Like in life. It drains my energy. It sucks my soul up. And I gotta do it. It's part of my job.
We all have parts of our jobs or maybe our passions that we just don't like to do that much, but we kind of power through just for the sake of doing it, because we still got to make money, we still got to make a living, we still got to do all of that. So how do you trick your mind into liking it? I think I have just the trick.
All right, so the first small mind trick you can play, the first hack, is getting your mind to believe that the things you have to do are things that you have a privilege to do. Accepting a mindset of gratefulness. Grateful for the opportunity to even do what you do. Now, we really understand this concept of your parents were those parents who, anytime you didn't want to eat your food or you didn't want this kind of food, they went like, well, think of the kids in Africa, or think of the kids back home who don't have food to eat. You know, that's something that was like really ingrained into me. And so it gives you a better perspective on doing those tasks that are hard. And that's like a really quick mind shift change you can do when you catch yourself feeling bored or annoyed by a task that you have to do in order to complete a project or whatever it is that you're trying to do. Just remind yourself, I don't have to do this. This isn't a burden. This isn't annoying. This isn't boring. I actually get to do this. It's a privilege to edit videos. And I know this is like one of those things that's like easier said than done, but I promise you, if you start implementing this into your life today, right now, as you're watching this YouTube video, instead of editing those photos that you need to deliver to your client or whatever you're procrastinating doing while you watch this, that will start to impact your drive to want to do the things that you don't want to do. So adopt that mindset of gratefulness and stay grateful. I say to the end of every one of my videos for that purpose. The second hack I'll give you, mind hack number 2, is to build your frustration tolerance. Now, if you never heard this term before, it's probably because I made it up. Okay, I wrote this article not too long ago about how to build your frustration tolerance. So first of all, let's define what that is. In order to understand what it is, you have to understand learning. In order to do any task, you have to learn how to do it. As you learn how to do stuff like video editing, or maybe working out, gaining muscle, changing your tires on your car, when you learn anything, there's usually a point in the learning process where you just get too frustrated to keep going. You hit a wall. You're like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's that part where, you know, your heart just gets a little tense and you just kind of get this weird like anxiety thing. You're just like, no, I'm done. This is it for today. We've done enough learning for today. My brain hurts. And you stop learning. Forget about it for a week. And then you come back to it, push past that little piece that you couldn't push past before, and you get to a new level where now you're too frustrated to keep going. Building your frustration tolerance is simply just enduring more frustration before choosing to give up on learning. When you build your frustration tolerance, you will spend a lot more time actually doing the thing you don't like to do. And more than that, you might learn to fix the things that are making it frustrating. For one, editing takes a long time. That's something that annoys me, and I procrastinate sitting down and starting my video edit because I know it's gonna take me at least an hour to do whatever it is I need to do. But what if I could cut that down from an hour to 45 minutes, and then cut that down from 45 minutes to 30 minutes? If time is the variable that's causing me to hate the thing I'm doing, then why don't we change the time? The only way for me to do that is for me to learn faster ways to edit, to become a more effective editor. So whatever it is you have in your life that you have to do for work that you just hate doing, maybe what you need to do isn't just stop doing it or avoid doing it or procrastinate doing it. Maybe you need to do more of it so you can learn more, build that frustration tolerance that makes the process less frustrating at large. Again, this is something that takes time, and it takes you being in the trenches and doing the thing you don't like doing the most with learning attitude. But that's mind hack number 2, build that frustration tolerance. The last way to trick your brain into doing the things that you don't want to do, that you know you need to do, is to just not do it. Now this one's a little extreme, but what would life look like if you didn't do the thing that you know you need to do? There's a reason you need to do it, and I think you are forgetting, in that moment of frustration, you are forgetting the why behind the what. For me, for example, I need to edit that video so I can get paid, so I could pay for this apartment that I'm living in. What happens if I don't do that? What happens if I do not finish that video? I'll be homeless. I'll have to find another job that I don't like doing, that I hate doing way more. I might even have to Uber. I might have to get out there on the streets and actually Uber. And the reason I'm suggesting just stop doing what you're doing and do something else, the reason that's a suggestion is because that's something I do. I have a creative agency where we help businesses and brands build, like, create content to build revenue, etc., etc. Part of that obviously is editing videos and all that other stuff. But there was a season in my life where I chose not to do that anymore. I said, you know what? I'm tired. I want to be able to do this as a passion. I want to be able to make YouTube videos when I want to, not when I need to. And I want to be able to edit videos for things that I find meaningful. So I decided to just live off of my savings for a few months and do what I'm actually passionate about. I started making music. I'm an artist. I started making YouTube videos again. I started doing all of these things that I was passionate about. And then my savings ran out and I realized I needed to make money again. And so I signed up for Uber because my brother-in-law said Uber is the way to go. I did that and I Ubered for like a month. As I was doing my late night runs at 1 a.m., driving through the city, I began to question, what am I doing with my life? Why did I allow that small frustration to make me stop fully? And now I'm doing what I used to do again. I'm editing videos. I'm doing it in a more grateful stance, which really is the big meta of this whole video. It's that a grateful mindset can be achieved through many ways, and this would probably be the most effective way. Just stop doing what you're doing. See what happens when you stop doing what you need to do. See how it negatively impacts your life. I promise you, once you go through that experience, you're gonna find yourself being more grateful for the thing that you weren't being grateful for. Now, those hacks out of the way, and I've taught you my ways, but a very real thing for you to consider is analyze why you don't like doing it. What is it that's making you so annoyed by it? What's making you procrastinate doing it? What is the thing that is stopping you from doing it? And you might find that maybe you're just settling for doing something you don't want to do. A lot of us kind of dive into these duties and responsibilities without really analyzing if that's what we want to do, because we've been given that responsibility. And I don't mean that in the sense of things that you obviously just gotta do. Like if you have a kid, you gotta feed the kid. If you have a dog, you gotta walk the dog. These are things you have to do. But in terms of career, is this something you chose for yourself, or was this something that was chosen for you? Is this something that you chose out of desperation, or is this something you're really passionate about? I'm saying this at the very end because I am fully well aware of the fact that sometimes the things we're passionate about have things in them that are annoying to do, like video editing, for example. I love YouTube. I love doing these videos. I love working with clients and helping them generate more revenue for their business through content and media. I love doing all of that stuff, but I hate editing. And you know what I'm saying? But that's just something I've had to learn to like. But if those hacks just aren't doing it for you, and if you find yourself in a place of just, I've tried everything and it's just not giving, it's just not working for me, maybe you should consider doing something else, something you're truly passionate about, where that frustration doesn't outweigh the outcome. Because really that's the issue. If you're stopping yourself, it might be a discipline thing like we talked about in point number 2, or it might just not be the thing for you. I want you to open your eyes to that possibility, because it's a very real one. So many people go to school to be a lawyer just because their parents wanted them to, or because they thought it just paid well, so why not do it? And now they're alcoholics at 55 years old, not knowing what to do with their lives because they hate it. These are very real truths. So I want to make this video on basically how to stop procrastinating, how to love the things that you maybe don't like doing. The 3 points work for me, and I'm gonna get back to this edit here in a second. Look at that heavy ass edit right there. Yep. If you liked what I said, if you think it brought value to your life, why don't you go down and hit the like button for me? It helps me so much. Pushes me to the algorithm, gets me in front of other viewers. Another thing that pushes me and gets me in front of other viewers is you subscribing and sharing the video. Obviously, if you share it with somebody, they see it. So share this with a friend who maybe you are an accountability partner with, and you want to see them grow as well. And drop a comment too if you you've implemented these things in your life. Or maybe you watch this video and it's been a week and you're coming back. Drop a comment. How has it helped you? Do you see it helping you? Do you think it's just a waste of energy? Let me know. Yeah, I'll see y'all next week with a new video, a new topic. If they don't stop texting me, I'll see you next week with a new video, a new topic. I'll see you next week with a new video on a new topic. But yeah, I love you guys, and remember to stay grateful.
Something you can call me cause I'm right here. Ready for your last, you can see me as a boyfriend. I'm fluent in body language and I can see you broken. Inside the selfies you taking winning. When I show my homies on photos, they say you happy in them. Are you just gonna lie to yourself or am I tripping? Rhetorical last question cause we both know how you feeling. You want me y yo te quiero tú. Te quiero tú. You want me like me.